Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. Last time, we were helping out Dandelion, getting his new business up and running, and then tragedy struck. Our dear friend Priscilla here, who has helped us only a couple of times, but in a couple of very important ways. She is a good friend. She was assaulted, and not just casually assaulted. She has been permanently disfigured by her assailants. So, we're gonna have to figure out who did this, and make sure that they can never do it again, and maybe even get a little revenge. We'll see how generous I'm feeling once I actually meet them. First, we have to find the people who did this to her, and the best way to figure that out is apparently to go to the morgue. We have to sneak into the morgue, because there is a previous victim of this same person, so we'll try and track them down based on the injuries they inflicted on the previous victim. But sneaking into a morgue isn't exactly going to be easy, I'm assuming. I'm probably not allowed in there, so I'm going to meet up with the physician here, and we're going to sneak into the morgue, and maybe he'll help me out.
Well then, ready for a stroll through the sewers?
That's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued.
I don't know if I'd say I'm intrigued. I do want to track this guy down, but I'm more concerned than anything else. Priscilla's injuries don't look life-threatening, but I am trying to figure out who did this to her.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
I can barely see what's going on because it's so dark, but yes, I will protect the physician. Oh, he's got a cross. Okay, pretty badass physician. Let's kill some drowners. Yep.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobrit. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Yeah, I suppose it would be pretty traumatizing, this attack. Like I said before, it wasn't a very simple one we can just brush off. It's gonna be life-changing. That's why we're doing this. Let's hurry up and figure out who did it, so we can prevent him from ever doing it again.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
The dwarven woodcarver was attacked? You didn't mention that earlier. I suppose maybe it wasn't relevant to the conversation, but dwarven woodcarver was the victim. That's odd. This does not look like a dwarven woodcarver. This looks like a soldier. Could actually be one of my victims.
Looks like necrophage has got to this one.
Ah, well. It'd be nice if there were like 1,000 corpses. I've been killing a lot of people. It would actually be pretty amusing if I found a bunch of them just kind of stacked around here. Here's a dwarf.
That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
Let's keep looking.
Oh, I didn't realize female dwarves in this game could have beards. It's interesting, different from what I'm used to. Is this the one we're looking for then?
A dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely.
Okay. This guy's hands are a little rougher. Could be this guy.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
I'd be an awfully poor witcher if I got queasy at the sight of blood. Well, where do we start? I guess we'll start at the head, work our way from top to bottom. That seems professional.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
I didn't notice that.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems, very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Well, that's gruesome. Let's move on.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Incision made into the voice box.
Just like Priscilla.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Oh, so the murderer cut his throat so that the victim wouldn't choke on his own blood, so that he could torture the victim for longer. That's brutal.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
It was cut along the stomach?
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
I suppose that's possible. That makes sense.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Oh my god, you got an arrow through your hand. You got your own injury to take care of. When did this happen? I was a little preoccupied fighting those drowners myself. Did you misfire in your own hand while I was doing that? It's probably going to make surgery a little more difficult.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Our murderer left an amphibious egg inside of the victim's heart cavity. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he would do that. Is there something in his gut?
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Fair enough.
Once fought a zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
They poured the formaldehyde into his throat? This just gets worse and worse!
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
I'm not sure if that's going to give us any information. He kicked something before he died.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
Yeah, you're probably wrong.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
I suppose. It's good to know that he had syphilis, nevertheless. I don't know how that will help us, but all the more information is welcome.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Wow, there are so many possibilities. Our syphilitic carpenter dwarf friend here was tortured in the chest, or he was tortured in the mouth, formaldehyde poured down his throat, an egg placed into his chest. Why would the egg be placed into his chest, though? That makes no sense. We could assume that the murderer is gone insane, but a lot of these things were, I would say, fairly deliberate. I don't know why you would obtain formaldehyde unless you intended to pour it down a victim's throat. This could be a punishment or a ritual murder. Either of those are possible. This could be punishment for passing on syphilis, but that wouldn't make sense why they would do that to Priscilla, unless there's something going on with Priscilla that I don't know about. Unless the victim was intending to leave a calling card by placing an egg in the victim's chest cavity, I could only assume that this is a ritual murder. This is some kind of weird, strange thing. I don't know if it could be just I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Where was the woodcarver's body found?
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
That's fine, I got what I came here for. Just move on.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go hunt down this murderer, and you've got a wound to take care of. Yeah, it's still there. That arrow is still in your hand.
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
I'm not gonna push.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
No, you don't trust him, Gerald? He seems pretty down to earth. A little unorthodox, but he's been helping us out, and he had no obligation to, so I wouldn't be so suspicious. I have 3 leads here. The alley where Priscilla was attacked, the place where the woodcarver died. Wouldn't those two be relatively the same place? It sounded like that was almost overlapping. And then find Eustace the corpse collector. Let's first investigate the alley where Priscilla was attacked, because it sounds like the woodcarver was not too far away from that either.
Bloody bandits!
Oh.
Can't go out in the streets.
What did happen here?
He's the father who used to kill women.
Full of foul of the king of
What's going on here?
no mercy, no matter who.
Oh, this is Eustace. This is one of the people I was supposed to talk to. You're the corpse collector.
Bandits dropped them.
Oh,
Plain as that.
bandits? You saw bandits here, huh? Alright, well, since I'm here, since he's right outside, I'll just go ahead and talk to him.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
4th sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
Sounds like you had an eye out for that.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One wench so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of the...
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
So the Reverend likes to burn things. Noted.
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
I don't aim to get violent with you. I'm not going to chastise you either.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, glass-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Well, somebody's got to collect the corpses, and I guess that's you. Filthy job for a filthy human being. Get out of here, after I punch you.
Oi, fucking hell, what was that for?
For everything.
Add one more to the pile. Alright, so, it's definitely premeditated. You've gotten that down packed. Priscilla was planning to be the next... Well, she was planned to be the next victim, and then she was the next victim. Definitely not a random occurrence. So this is the alley, Whistling Wendy. That name sounds familiar. Didn't I met some... I'm pretty sure I met you in the second game. You were one of the women there outside the camp, right? Oh, okay. Not one for conversation, that Whistling Wendy. Fine. I'm here to investigate the alley. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh,
Sis.
grab him. Oh, Whistling Wendy. Hey, did you just betray me? I think you might have just betrayed me. All right. And that was the last one.
Think you'll get me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant. Hoes can fight back.
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
That was a dumb plan. To attack anybody who comes down the alleyway, for whatever reason, without talking to him first.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
I don't think the dream is over just yet. We do have a new play that we have been performing, and our lead actress has just been incapacitated. You can be the new princess!
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Yes, we already learned that the bodies have been burned. Probably by the Reverend. And it sounds like Priscilla was attacked because she made fun of the Eternal Fire cultists, or whatever. Which is understandable, because those guys are crazy.
I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally. We'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation then, Wendy, as long as you don't attack me a second time. I suspect you're a different Wendy from the second game, because she wouldn't be so foolish as to attack me. I'm sure she remembered me. The Eternal Fire will expose you for all monsters and sinners. Sounds like more cult nonsense. So, not sure if that's relevant or not. Let's keep poking around.
A brazier. This time of year?
Yes, because it involves fire, and Lord knows these cultists love fire.
Watch it, tramp.
Yeah, I heard ya. I'm stealing all your stuff. Shut up.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Okay, and a footprint. That's probably relevant.
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Alright, let's analyze the crime scene. Brazier here. footprint here. Well, footprints actually go over here. Maybe he did place that letter. Okay, that might actually be more relevant than I thought.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
It's odd. Yes, the trail goes to this wall, and they put that pamphlet there, and then the tracks just don't go anywhere. Maybe I can light these on fire? No, it's a candle on the other side. Alright, I don't know what's the significance of this. This is very odd. A very odd occurrence here. Brazier. Ooh, maybe he can teleport through the fire, being a fire cultist or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to make sense of this right here. Tracks just end at this wall. Very odd. Okay, I think I've explored everything I can in this area. To the other location, the woodcarver's offices.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim.
Really?
Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Oh, okay. I was going to examine the place where the woodcarver died, but another part of the mission has opened up. Talk to the coroner. Alright, let's do that. I feel like maybe, just maybe, the game is going to punish me if I check out that third location, because I need to talk to the coroner as quickly as I can. So I should have picked my two favorite locations, the two locations I thought would have provided me a good lead, and I think I have. I think I've picked the better of the two options.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Alright, let's begin the autopsy. Ooh, I could inquire about a couple of things. Yeah, what's this victim? You know him?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I could inquire about this guy's relationships, but let's just get down to business. I'm not going to pry.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim.
Sounds important.
Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Okay. Yes, we did learn that the parchment that is stored inside the corpses holds the victim's name, so... Oh, yeah. Yep, Patricia Vegelbud. That's where we're going. Let's hurry up and protect her. Yeah, there might not be any time to waste. This guy works fast. He's just killing like the cows are coming home. So let's go find him and make sure he can't get this victim. Maybe we could... Maybe we could ambush him in the middle of the attack. That would really make it easier for me. Hello, Vengelbuds! Excuse me, I need to get through. Do I have to... I might have to talk to this guy and try and work my way in there. Excuse me, I need entry. It's a matter of life and death. I need to talk to Patricia.
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
No trickery, so don't try and mind control people. Got it. Patricia. Are you one of the twins?
Oh, Gerald. What a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
Yeah, there's... I don't really know if I have time to explain it to you. Come on, a murderer has marked Patricia... Yeah, do that one.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills. Tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Yes, I am very serious. I don't take many of these things lightheartedly.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres and hierarchs.
Really?
Uttered not a word. And
Fascinating.
She had... Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Alright, forewarning, if she's already dead, I'm gonna rip into her chest cavity. Yup, she's dead.
He ran out the other door!
Whoa! That was nasty. Well, I guess he ran down here? Alright. Well, it looks like we caught him in the middle of performing the He does work a lot faster than I thought. Jeez, alright. Why are the dogs? No, go away, dogs. You're not my victim.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
There he is. There he goes. Green shirt guy. I saw him. You failed. You utter failure of a guard. Come on. No, why? Go. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not here to attack you. Where did he go? Where did he go? I seriously lost him. Because the game keeps throwing me automatically into combat with these guys who are not my enemy. Where did he go? Alright. He's gone. The murderer has disappeared. And apparently I'm fighting the Vengelbud guards instead. So let's just get this out of the way so I can get back to the actual game.
Halt! Or I'll put a bolt between your eyes.
You idiots.
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery. Taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
I'm not happy about this. I'm really not.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
I guess I'll just be brutally honest with you. It's because she blasphemed the eternal fire.
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that.
Yeah, understandable.
And let her be the last victim. Please.
I'll do my best, but it seems like there are 1,000 people trying to sabotage my efforts. And only about a handful that are helping me.
Here it is. Sweet Nettie. Crippled Kate's. Growing bolder. Not just the name, but the place, too. Won't get away this
Arrogant
time.
son of a gun. We're gonna chase him down and kill him! I'll avenge you. Don't worry, Mrs. Vengelbud. I'll loot everything in here, and then I will chase down your killer. Wow, he actually performed it in a very ritualistic way. So I was spot on with that assumption. Jeez. Oh, yep.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Like, it's just something she sees every day. Oh, Mrs. Vengelbud and her crazy sexual escapades. Just ignore her. Just ignore her. I've got cleaning to do. Yes, yes. All right. I'm getting out of here. No time to waste. Oh, sorry for your loss. See ya! I feel like it's very possible that I was going to be able to catch that guy. If I had just focused on chasing that guy, if I had caught a whiff of him, I would have just followed him. But I lost his trail immediately. He ran into that guard, turned around a corner, and then when I turned around the corner, I couldn't pick up his trail again. It was very frustrating. I wanted to chase him down. It was going to be an epic chase, but I guess we're going to do this the slow and boring way. Maybe we can prevent one more victim. If he's in the middle of killing this one, too, and he gets away, I'm going to be super mad.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
I got no time for this. Where's upstairs? Where's the stairs? Gotta find... There's the stairs. Going up the stairs. Hello, which one of you is Nettie?
Hi, handsome.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going up the stairs until I find her. Found her! I found her!
We'll hear you,
bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
Oh, it's the Reverend. I know why. He's a cultist. No formaldehyde, really?
What, no foreplay? No formaldehyde? Coals in my eye sockets?
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Really? So... it wasn't you?
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Uh-huh.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall
what?
stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
I said I wouldn't use mind control, but...
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
Apparently Gerald's got this figured out, which is good because this is... alright, I guess the coroner is the one who did this. Oh, I knew it all along. It was definitely so easy to deduce that. How could no one else have seen it? It's so simple. We're gonna hunt down that coroner and make him pay. Honestly, I have no idea what just happened. I was following the note that was left on the corpse of the person that was tortured. It sounds like Sweet Nettie was going to be the next victim of the serial killer, but instead she was being tortured by somebody who wasn't going to kill her. He just likes to torture for pleasure, not his occupation. That is the Reverend, who was my prime suspect, so the fact that I didn't kill him is a bit confusing. I'm not sure I buy his story about it being the coroner, but Gerald seems pretty convinced, so let's go confront the coroner in the warehouse near the port.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Strange. What is your motive? I thought it was related to fire cultists, but I guess that's not the case.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Well, I'm glad we've got that all out in the open. And you're probably not going to listen to reason, but let's try and be calm about this.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, The path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation.
Your plan is stupid.
For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Come on. Geralt, you had to have a better one-liner than that. You could have thrown it back into his face. Oh, okay, I'm fighting a vampire now. Oh, Geralt, come on. This guy, he had this really stupid plan, and no one knew about it. He wanted to teach people about the fire, but literally nobody but the coroner and the mortician knew about it. So it was a dumb, dumb plan. Enhanced vampire oil on the silver sword, and no, I think I had a vampire, not werewolf decoction. There's something here that'll work against it, I think, right? Nope. He's just vulnerable to vampire oil and fire. Well, what a coincidence. I've actually invested some of my upgrades into fire, and I just coated my sword in vampire oil, so hopefully this shouldn't be too difficult to battle. Yeah, I think I'm laying into him pretty hard. Oh, he's not a pushover, but he's real. Yeah, I think I got this fight in the bag as long as I keep my wits about me, keep healing every once in a while, keep striking him with my vampire sword, my vampire slaying sword. Oh, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. What a featherweight. There we go. Fire. You like the fire? You love the fire. I know you do. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I got fire for days. Fire for days. Actually trying to hide from me because he's so wounded. You're funny. You're a funny vampire. No, no, no. You don't get to live after this. You don't get to live after this. And the killing blow is going to be fire because I know you love fire. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's dead. It's dead and it died a horrible, fiery death, which is actually quite poetic, I feel. Let's just loot his corpse. Monster bone, monster hide. These might be good crafting ingredients. And not much else. Alright, now we can return to Dandelion and let them know Priscilla's attempted murder has not gone unnoticed. I have taken care of that, and the Cardinal Sin's quest shall be wrapped up. I guess that explains why the footprints disappeared. It was a vampire, just turned into a vampire bat and flew off into the night sky, or day sky. Yeah, if it's a vampire, excuse me, small child, if it's a vampire, how is he able to operate during the day? It seems counterintuitive for a vampire, but I guess he's a different kind of vampire. A higher vampire, as he said. Hello, hello, how's it going? Dandelion, Mortician, and Priscilla.
How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Hey, she can speak. Here I thought she'd be a mute.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
I drank so many potions until my body was completely toxic, and then I slayed a vampire. I hope that's the Witcher's way, because that's what I've been doing, just chugging strength-enhancing potions, which corrupt my face. That's normal, right? It's not going to have any long-term consequences, I hope.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Hey, man. Knowing what she's been through, just hearing her talk is music to my ears. Yeah! Carnal Sins is over. We have done that quest. That was quite a dark quest. Went into a lot of dark areas. But we have avenged Priscilla's attempted murder. And I probably resolved that the best way I could. I'm not sure what other options I could have had. Maybe I could have caught the murderer as he escaped from that mansion, but I didn't do that. I don't know if there was a way to keep the vampire alive, and if there was, I wouldn't have taken it. He deserved to die after what he did to Priscilla. I'm glad you're okay. In fact, I'm glad you're doing better than okay, Priscilla. You'll be up and about in no time, and you'll be entertaining people, and you'll forget this misery, and you'll help other people forget their misery, and everything will be peachy keen, hunky-dory. Well, that is quite the pretty sight. Sun is setting, it's getting pretty late here, and it's, blood red sky. It seems almost appropriate for the mission we just undertook. I'm glad Priscilla's doing okay. I'm glad that attempt on her life hasn't soured her spirits. She'll bounce back, I know she will. That's the kind of person she is. As for us, it's time for us to keep on going. There are a lot more quests here. I checked my inventory right now, my quest log, and there are a lot of quests I can do here in Novigrad before I move on to Skellige. So I'll probably do a few more of those, but Skellige is our ultimate destination because we will find Ciri eventually. That is our primary goal, and it's like the entire goal of the game. Been doing this for a long, long time. So we will eventually find Ciri. We'll pick up that trail. But first, we'll do a few more quests around here. All the ones that sound interesting. Until then, my name is Mike, and this has been The Witcher 3. Thank you for joining me.